Earlier about about training for a no time limit match is extremely hard. How do you do it? Could you tell us how do you train?
Yeah, I mean, on the face of it, it's crazy, right? Like, how do you train for it? Normally, when you're getting ready for ADCC, you get people ready for a 10-minute energy expenditure. The matches are 10 minutes, potentially 5 minutes of overtime, and you get the athletes ready by making them train for 10 minutes. WNO, 15 minutes. So you train them for 15-minute rounds, you get them ready. No time limit, what the fuck do you do? Like, what are we going to do, a 4-hour round? You can't do that. It's always a fascinating question. How are you going to manage pacing? Like, what's the appropriate round? And do you get probabilistic and say, well, most no time limit matches are over in 15 minutes, so maybe we should just train 15 minutes? Is it more important to have them go against one athlete and learn to wear someone out over time, or do you put them against multiple athletes back to back to get your athlete used to dealing with fatigue against someone who's potentially fresher than themselves? There's various tricks you can employ like those, but none of them will ever be satisfactory. And the truth is, anytime you go into a no time limit match, you're going into the unknown. That's what makes it interesting. From a coach's perspective, it makes it interesting. With ADCC, you know exactly what your opponent can do in terms of work rate over 10 minutes because you've seen it 10,000 times in the camp leading up. In no time limit, you don't have that luxury. You go into it with a lot of unknowns and a lot of variables.
So it feels like people have to be extremely elite grapplers to grapple this rule set. Would that be a fair statement?
Not if your opponent sucks. You only have to be better than the guy in front of you. And if your opponent's no good, then you just have to be slightly better. In the case of these two athletes, they're both outstandingly good. So yeah, you got to have everything covered. You got to be in great shape, but it's not just about being in shape. You can be in great shape, but if you're working too hard, too quickly, too early, you're going to exhaust yourself. You might put on 10 beautiful attacks in a row, look fantastic the first 20 minutes, but that's not going to help you if those 20 attacks make you tired. And now you just have an unlimited horizon of time in front of you, and you're exhausted, and the other guy's still fresh. All those nice-looking but failed attacks in the past count for nothing now. In the end, people only remember the result. They only remember the last minute. The match can be 6 hours long. You got to remember the last minute.